We're here in the world's most dangerous home gym. And I'm standing on the very platform where multiple world records have been set. This thing has seen 1,000+ pound deadlift, 1,000+ pound squats, and some of the craziest lifts that the internet has ever seen. Mark, are you ready to get this tour started?
Massenomics.
Today's video is brought to you by Gym Radar, our new website totally focused on the home gym community. Gym Radar lets you create a profile for your gym, upload photos, and build a complete equipment list. You can browse other gyms, leave reviews, and see what equipment people are actually using. It's free to join. It's built entirely around the home gym community. Visit gymradar.com and get on our radar today. Finally, we made it to, is this Snap City, Mark?
Snap City.
Snap City. We are in Snap City, the home gym of Big Mark, Deadliest Lift. Are we going to get the official Deadliest Lift tour?
You can get the official Deadliest Lift tour.
You're not going to make us do any insane lifts while we're
Only
here.
if you want to.
Only if we want to really enter Snap City. Okay, cool.
You won't get the full experience without doing the weird lifts, but you can get like the tourist version.
Yeah, so anyone that doesn't know, Mark, what are some of your like best lifts, or what are some of your favorite lifts you've ever done before?
I think what I'm known most for at this point is the large deficit deadlifts where my head goes right up there in the ceiling.
Yeah.
The balancing bench, people seem to like that one's a lot. Some really heavy deadlifts and some really unusual stances, and there's a lot.
Yeah, and you host the Snap City Open.
I have the Snap City Open, yes sir.
Yeah, now depending on when this comes out, maybe it's either already done or it's going on currently. But
if it's still May, there's still time to enter.
Okay, and what do people do in the Snap City Open?
Snap City Open is for everyone. It's kind of my attempt to have a community event / competition that covers all these weird lifts that are kind of ignored by, real sports or real fake sports. So let's be honest, lifting sports are not real sports.
Yeah.
You can enter literally anything your mind can imagine, your strength can manage. Just take the video, fill out the entry form. Our judges will look it over. We have a bunch of sponsors, a bunch of prizes. Those are drawn randomly. So like, if you feel like you're not strong enough to win, you still have a chance to win prizes. Just come out and have fun. And watch the reels with everyone else's entries because they're usually a good time.
Excellent. A lot of times we like to end on the rack because it's one of the more interesting. It's the most boring thing in your gym, so we're going to start with the rack. So what? And I say that because there's a lot of really cool stuff in your gym. So this is the Titan what?
Yep,
a flat
Titan
foot.
X3 flat
Titan
foot.
X3.
It is one of the OG pieces of equipment. It used to be that corner right there with just this rack, a loaner bench I no longer have, that Texas power bar, and those rubber intake plates.
So did your home gym start in about 2020 then?
It started in March of 2020.
Yeah, I caught on the sign. This sign's sweet, actually, first of all. So this is, who made the sign?
Nate from Executive Fit.
Yeah, that's cool. One of the coolest gym signs we've probably ever seen. You have a ton of different plates, as we're going to see, which I love because I love plates. But it seems like on the rack, you keep the iron plates kind of.
So these are just generic import
standard
plates.
45-pound plates.
My gym replaced all its plates a couple years ago, and I just bought a whole ton of these for some here. So you really can't, we can't replicate that patina. That's like 40 years of patina.
Yeah.
So those are just my bread and butter cast iron plates. These are IGX plates from another gym I know. I stole one pair when they bought a whole bunch of them because I like the handles for Reeves deadlifts. I figured they were the perfect plate for that, and I actually did do.
So there's a specific reason.
There was a specific reason. Yeah. So I was like, "Can I take one pair of these home?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure."
For anyone who doesn't know, Reeves deadlift, you're grabbing by the plates on the outside of the.
If you want to get deep into the weeds, you could do a version with a grip handle. You could do a version with a deep dish, which these are my deep dish Reeves handles.
What brand are these?
Le Master.
Oh yeah, so these are the Wiener Man plates.
Yep,
I've
the
got
Wiener
a pair
Man
of those
plates
too. Yeah.
And then you can also do like a pinch plate, but pinch grip isn't real, so I only do these two types.
On the other side of the rack, you've got a collection of wagon wheels.
Yep. It's two pairs of Titans, and the ones on the edge are X-Master.
And this is maybe the world's most dangerous gym. Kind of ironically, or I don't know, conversely, it's also a pretty safe gym with the Massenomics Drink Spotter. So deadly yet safe. There's a juxtaposition here.
No, the rack is pretty boring. It works. I have zero complaints about it.
Yeah,
I kind of want to replace it with a 1-inch at some point, but
you've got a lot of magnetic collars.
I don't know where else to put them.
You have a variety of. We talked about it. I got to mention, I've been thinking about getting a tibia trainer. You can't do all you do without having strong tibias,
No.
obviously.
Definitely need strong tibias. Calves are vestigial. The tibias are very important, though.
Okay. I do, do you like this piece? It doesn't, why I'm interested, it doesn't take up much room. Anyone could get it. I think yours is yes for all, so it's probably pretty affordable.
Yeah,
do you like it?
I mean, I have no complaints about it. At the end of the day, it's a pivot point with a pad. Like, you really can't make it much fancier. I feel like if you were to overbuilt it,
I think the Cybex one probably costs like $1,000.
That guy's a very overbuilt version of a simple piece of equipment, and it's almost too big than it needs to be. So
is that the sissy squat?
Yeah, that's Steel Flex. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a prize I won, but
okay.
I feel like at a certain point, you don't necessarily need to be overbuilt on the simple machines. They just kind of get bigger and heavier.
Right. What's on your trinket
This is my
shelf
little grip shelf. So got chalk. We got the wrist roller. I actually really like that one. That's Titan. I have I think it's called a Thumb War.
Yeah, golden grip.
Share.
Seen that on Gym Radar lately. Oh yeah, this roller.
I do like the rotational trainers. That goes right onto a barbell in your rack, and that allows for rotational training. There's a lot of options for rotational training, but most of them kind of require some finagling. This is basically idiot-proof, which is good for me.
Speaking our language. You got the Micro Gains blob trainer.
I just got that. That's my newest piece of gym equipment.
That's cool. That is your newest.
Yep,
so it's breaking news. You heard it here first. So you don't have any blobs, I'm guessing,
no.
right? Yeah, but you do now.
You have
all the blobs.
I have the biggest blob that you need.
Yeah, and this is a replica of the half hundred. Like that's the
blob 50.
That's the size.
So it doesn't get much bigger than that. So I've gotten up to 40 and probably just keep playing with it. I like to get the full 50. I feel like it's a good grip milestone. But
I would guess you probably got a good shot. Mark has pretty big hands. He's pretty good at some grip stuff. So
6'5" guy over
here. Big 6'5" guy over here.
And then what else is here? Oh, these guys. I visited, waited out a couple weekends ago and went to his workshop. And he has this all kind of like the reject prototype pile. And I saw these. I'm like, can I have those? He's like, yeah, sure. These are 10 kilogram plates. They're just fat. I don't know why.
Don't know the use yet, but you'll know the use when
they were just so different. And like I said, I've gotten to the point where I'm just looking for cool things that are a little bit different.
Things that are a little unique. What do you use? What are all these plates for?
These are just assorted change plates.
Yeah.
I've gathered these over the years. There's let's see, Intech, some weighted out, some cheap imports, Ivanko, and more weighted out.
Did you make the chains, or are these sold as lifting
Those
chains?
Those are from ATX. I got the Home Gym Con last year.
Okay, ATX
I just felt like I need some change at some point. And they're so expensive if you buy them new.
This is a little grip thing. I actually only know about this from Gym Radar. Not a Gym Radar plug, but yes, this is a Gym Radar plug.
It's more of a climber thing I just got because someone was like, how much can you crimp? I'm like, I don't know, but I'll find out.
Yeah.
I was wholly embarrassed by actual climbers.
So show us what.
It's for fingertip. Not really applicable to your average lifter, but obviously it's a big part of climbing. So
speaking of applicable to your average lifter, Massenomics horse stall mat gripper. A real grip trainer can't leave home without it, obviously. So
I'm embarrassing low on the leaderboard now.
For now.
I'm not much of a pinch gripper.
And wall control, all mounted on the wall control. The sissy squat that we talked about, you said did you win this? Or
I won a $500 gift card to, what was it? Strength Warehouse USA.
Okay.
And it was kind of one of those things where I have every normal thing.
Right.
What is there left to get? I'm like, oh, I don't have one of those. We'll try that. I don't use it a ton anymore, but...
this barbell rack, did you make this?
These are server racks. So my dad used to work as an electrician. He worked in that bank building. They redo every floor every 4 years, and they pull all the shit out, and all the contractors would just, grab what they wanted. So we had these laying around in storage, and I'm like, I know what I can do with those. So having the gun racks off the wall allows some of these weird shaped bars, like the safety squat bars and the the multi-grip bars to actually not hit the wall.
But yeah, because if you had this mounted directly on the wall, there's no depth.
You wouldn't be able to put half these,
Right.
Or it'd be much harder to do so.
Right.
This has got all the hard-to-store bars on it.
So what barbell rack is this?
Oh, these are just Yes for All. These are the cheapest ones available.
Amazon.
There are certain things I don't really see the point in buying anything fancier for.
Right. As far as barbells here, the Spider.
Love the Spider. It's my favorite squat bar of all time. Highly recommend the Spider.
Have we seen any Spider bars in home gyms? Did the Cesneys have one maybe? Check. Cesney Home Gym, Buffalo, New York. They might have had the Spider bar. This
and
is
when gets the chance to try them.
Kabuki?
Cadillac, yep.
Yeah.
Let's see, tight multi-grip. This is my original bar. Don't use it anymore, but you can't.
This is everyone's original bar. Never been somewhere where their original bar isn't this
not
bar.
A Texas Power Bar.
Oh, this is a Texas Power Bar.
Texas Power Bar,
okay. This is a bare steel Texas Power Bar.
No, chrome.
Chrome Texas Power Bar. Okay, that's why it looked off to me. Yeah.
No, it's in good
Chrome
shape.
Texas Power Bar. Good knurling on that. Is this an aggro bar?
That is the Aggro 3 I got as a grab bag years ago, and I mostly just keep it around.
Did you know it was an aggro grab bag?
I knew it was an aggro. I didn't know if it was going to be 1, 2, or 3.
Okay.
And this is about as 3 as it gets. So I mostly just have it around to have like people that are new to the gym, like, hey,
Yeah.
try touching
Like,
this.
hey, you want to deadlift with this?
You
They're
wanna
like,
try the
no.
murder bar?
No, I'm scared. Mars bar, obviously. Titan SSB.
And then Titan Bow Bar.
Yeah.
Or Buffalo Bar, however you want to phrase it.
Yeah. We talked about it. Mark does a lot of odd lifts, and this is part of his bag of tricks. Are these? You can't really do a lot of odd lifts if you don't have a lot of odd barbells.
I do like playing with all the barbells.
What's your favorite one over here?
Oh, Spider Bar 100%.
Okay.
Like that.
I don't have one. I've been kind of thinking I should. So is this from EliteFTS?
Yep.
So,
EliteFTS. They're kind of the only ones that make it. Like, I think Strength Shop makes them in the UK, but I'm not sure if you can get them here. Like,
it's the oddest bar. I always feel like it looks just like 5% homemade.
it kind of is.
Like that's.
I like EliteFTS. Like, I loved it. I love their mission.
Yeah.
Some of their equipment it's very functional, but
Right. It just
it's a little dated.
it doesn't maybe have all the fit like it doesn't need to either. I'm not here saying it's no good because it doesn't look like that, but like that is a true thing.
I actually, as a fun story about the Spider Bar, I have 2 of them. Because the first one they sent, the freight shipping company dumped it in front of my street, like literally in the street. It was all broken. One of the arms was snapped off, and like all the padding was gone. When I saw how this one arrived, like properly packed, I'm like, how did they possibly lose that much pack? It was just like a little piece of foam, a little piece of plastic, and like the pallet, and then it's the bar just sitting there. So they really messed that one up. And EliteFTS was fantastic, like best customer support I've had almost anywhere.
Yeah.
And they sent out this new one. I actually got the original one welded by the owner of my gym. And that one's now sitting at a friend's gym, so more people can experience the wonder of Spider Bars. Because after years of having the other one in my garage, I realized there is not a lot of use for 2 Spider Bars.
As much as you tried.
I really thought there'd be a time I will need 2 Spider Bars for this, but I really didn't have anything.
EliteFTS discount code MASS10. We've got a bunch of affiliate links. Mark, you probably also have a bunch of affiliate links, right?
I have some. I don't like the affiliate links that much.
Okay.
They don't track very well for me. But
You have
like,
discount codes.
Use the Massenomics ones,
Okay. I don't know much about this thing, but I feel like if this thing could talk, it could tell a story. So what are we looking at here? What is this
is
unit?
the Lexen Ironworks power pole, which I got at Juji Mufu's house during the first annual Eagle Olympics.
Yeah.
And as you can see, it's signed by a bunch of
Holy cow, this
bunch
thing,
of
this
titans
thing
of the
must,
industry.
Be extra valuable with signatures like this.
I got it appraised, and they said it's worth at least 3 times as much now because of those signatures.
Yeah, we've got Massenomics guys. Who's this one here? Is that who says Mindset? Is that Boobs?
That's probably EB.
Yeah, that's Boobs.
I'm not sure who's done.
Mikey would be
I know
on
collectively
here.
whose side. I don't know which signature is which though.
But the power pole, I don't think you can buy a new power pole anymore, actually.
You can. You
you?
just have to call them and be like, I want one. You can't just order it.
You have to know that it's Lexen Ironworks, which you already won't know that. And then you have to find their phone number on the internet somehow.
And then you have to pay way too much.
Yeah, and then hope that you get one. You can either do that, or you can be in the Eagle Olympics, and then you get one.
I actually did end up bending it a little bit.
Yeah.
I put like 6 plates on. I actually bent it, so now it's a little bit short because I had to.
Did the what part bent?
I will cover that one for padding, but
Yeah.
there's when you have it in the factory setting.
Yeah.
This part bolts on this. There's not an overlap between the 2 pieces, so there's kind of sitting a single layer of metal.
Yep.
Now I have the bolt one notch higher, so they're at least overlapped. So it kind of sits more like here than where it should.
Right. All right. Great piece there. Silver dollar deadlift.
Yep. Silver dollar deadlift
attachments?
sleeves,
Who's
Scrap
it?
Masters.
Scrap Masters.
This is kind of the misfit corner of this
Yeah.
there, so it doesn't really belong anywhere
Are
else.
those I-beam?
Yep.
Those are just actual I-beams.
Those are
right?
the actual I-beams.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got some holes so you can use them for grip implements if you want.
So you could attach weight to it? Are you saying?
Yeah.
Or,
If you look closely, there's some holes you could thread some.
Yeah.
I've threaded chain through them and like hooked up to like a eye pin or just through the plates in general.
Tommy, you got to see these. Not don't see plates like this every day. No. So these are 5 kilogram ATX technique plates. Yeah. So they're the normal diameter, but they're obviously don't weigh.
Fun fact. Your normal. God, do I have any pens here? Your normal really light bumper plates are not designed to be dropped by themselves because they will
Right, those
pancake.
warp. The 10-pound bumpers
but
always
technique
warp.
plates are a little bit wider, a little bit more reinforced, so you can do a low weight actual drop Olympic movement. I don't really know why I have them. I have a lot of stuff. I think it was kind of cool.
This actually I almost missed it. This is a cool plate.
Yes,
I
that is
I almost
like my
walked past
one
these.
vintage plate I currently hold.
Yeah.
One of my few vintage plates I have now. I found that just on Facebook Marketplace.
You did? Like locally on Facebook Marketplace?
That's my only find in the wild.
Was it a good deal?
Oh, yeah, it was like $20.
I'll give you 30. 40, you can double your money.
Those are, I want to say, 70s?
I don't know for sure. I know they're cool, though.
Yeah.
I know I want them. You have adjustable, loadable dumbbells. Is this a specific brand?
Pepin.
Those are Pepin?
And then just a bunch of the cap plates, whatever.
Okay.
I bought them as a group. They're really nice for having, like, I don't like quick adjust ones unless they're like the super expensive ones. I prefer having like something solid. So they take a little bit of time to adjust, but my only complaint about these versions is it's pretty wide. It's a little bit flimsy, but they have a newer version that's tighter, which if I actually did a lot of dumbbell work, I probably would upgrade them.
Do you do very much dumbbell work?
When
would you have the time to...
It just feels like I needed dumbbells available for a few times I want to use them, but I don't use them super frequently.
Tommy, those mace swords in the corner, did Brandon Campbell have those too? Who are those from?
Yes. Fringe.
Fringe, yeah.
They were on sale on Black Friday like years and years ago, probably because...
That's what he said too.
Shockingly enough, they didn't sell super well.
Very important to point out, Tommy, this isn't just any training facility. This is a Massenomics certified training facility. It can be found on Gym Radar. So it's Snap City on Gym Radar.
Snap City on Gym Radar.
A certified training facility. He's been certified for quite a while now, actually, since March 17th, 2026, if I'm looking at the certificate correctly. Hand signed by Tommy and I in my basement, as a matter of fact.
And I have a limited edition Massenomics license plate.
Yeah, this was a Eagle Olympics license plate, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, very cool. Anything? What else do we got? Best Deadlift in 2024. We were there. I remember that well. What are these Maraca dumbbells?
Oh God, I'm gonna forget the name. These were my other vintage find locally. This is I'm gonna mispronounce this. The Rangan Machine Company. It's over 100 years old. They were, God, I want to say like Rhode Island. Like OG, like back when I feel like lifting was more of like an aesthetic than actually a function. Like a lot of high reps.
It's like guys wearing single strap.
I'm not entirely sure what they're using 1 pound dumbbell for.
Eggs and steak.
Yep. I was able to find the original catalog that had these listed, so I had those PDFs like saved my phone. So it's kind of cool to see like these are like 20 cents.
Yeah.
And the other fun fact is the Rangan set actually made all of the exercise equipment that was on Titanic.
That is cool. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, so I got those two and then like a single little mace there.
I wonder if we could submarine down and do a gym tour, Tommy. Someday. Add it to the list.
They had some surprisingly elaborate
eventually.
like machines back then.
Yeah, I've seen some of that stuff before.
Like turn of the century machines.
Mark's got his, strongman record certificate and his certified training.
They're equally important.
They both are of equal importance for sure.
Yeah, this is my smattering of trophies and whatnot.
Are these home special?
Those are from the garage gym competition.
Oh, garage gym competition, yeah. So did you win them then?
I've won medal total several times.
All right, here.
This is what I've been wanting to show. I was really excited. Yeah. So this is
this is brand new too, right?
This is brand new.
So this is newer.
Mm-hmm. That is true. I take that back. This is newer than the Blob.
Yeah.
So this is from Stronger Grip Metal Master, aka Ryan Pitts. He makes handmade.
Also,
somewhere between
Ryan J. Pitts presents.
Yep. He really needs to condense the
unify
his branding.
Yeah.
But no, he makes somewhere between art and functional strength equipment. And I've had a store on commission for a long time. He was going to make it for this video, but he didn't get the materials to make the final version in time. So he made this as a temporary holder, just keep me appeased and to have something in the video. So my final version will have solid sidings and whatnot. But this design is quicker to produce, a little more economical. So he's trying it out because he thinks he'll be able to sell it for about half the price of the bespoke ones.
Right.
So I think that's going to be really cool. I think a lot of people who might have been intimidated by the full price, as cool as it is, might be willing to sell for something like this because I think it's pretty dang cool.
So you could do mace swings with it.
Mace swings.
You could do like a front hold from the strongman competition.
And more importantly, you can have a giant sword, which is honestly what really sold.
Do you know what it weighs?
This is 28.
Yeah.
One thing it's not here because you didn't get a chance to build it, but we'll have in the final is the pommel is screw-in, so you can have interchangeable pommels. And if you just screw it onto an iron hold, you're going to have little grip implements.
Okay.
So like round one, square one,
right.
little D20 one.
You're right.
He's going to make me a variety of them. So I'm super excited to play with this thing.
Yeah, that's very cool.
And it can be low with steel shot, probably up to around 70 pounds. Yep.
Through here?
Yep. Through here.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Mm-hmm. Ryan J. Pitts really does present. I would say this. I'm standing right here in an area where essentially all of the magic happens. Like this is kind of hollowed ground and hollowed ceiling right up here. So when your head goes through here, I know you're a 6'5" guy, but you're standing on something, obviously, right? Okay.
I'm standing on stacks of those bumper plates over there.
Is that usually what you're standing on? When you
always the bumper plates, yeah.
Okay.
Well, mostly. I feel like I've stood on other things before, but.
So then do you set your phone up in there? Is that, I usually get into the behind the scenes?
When I would do like the picture-in-picture version where my head gets to the ceiling, you can then get that shot. I was using an old phone.
Okay, okay.
I should have stopped for a while because my old phone at the time
video.
had completely died, so I couldn't do this for a while, but now I have a new old phone.
Okay, and then the custom neon, or the custom site, did you just order that through?
No, that was actually a birthday present.
Oh.
From my parents. I was like, you know what? I didn't think I needed something like that, but every once in a while you get that gift. It's like, I didn't know I wanted that, but actually it's so perfect. It's just one of those.
That's very cool. Okay, we've only begun to look at the cool plates that he's got here. So the Mayhem Strength, you picked these up from Home Gym Con, didn't
2024.
you? Can you buy these even?
No, you can't.
So what's the story on the company? Are they selling things?
I think they're still around. I don't think that these are made anymore.
That's kind of a shame.
They were available for a time, yeah. So I like these, obviously. I love chrome, love deep dish.
Yeah. It's
pretty expensive to get in, so I was really happy to pick them up as the floor models. And what I actually really appreciate about these is they took a lot of inspiration from vintage plates, specifically the Ivanko OMCs. So you have the same kind of chrome, the same kind of texture there, because that kind of white appearance. And then they've also got the cross hub that you can see in stuff like the wheels, kind of.
Can you do hub lifts with these bad boys?
I don't think I can. I haven't tried them.
Yeah.
It's pretty textured, maybe.
I bet you can.
Let's try it after, so if it doesn't happen, you just don't show it.
Yes. Yeah. So how much for these then for sale?
Okay. Now? Oh, free to you?
Yeah.
Tell you what, if they ever restock the OMCs and I can get those, I will sell these, and you can have first dibs.
Okay. I do have one pair of OMCs. Okay. I actually know the story on these. So tell me about these plates right here that you've got. Some of the more unique plates.
These are my manhole plates. They're about 100 pounds each. Way back in the day, around COVID, I bought a really cheap, like 80s vertical leg press, like one of the most dangerous pieces of equipment I've ever had. And it came with these 4 plates, which at the time had a little 1-inch hole, so they were fine for those standard things on the leg press. But eventually I'm like, I want to be able to put these on a barbell. So I had to drill them out. And probably if I'd been smart, I would go into a machine shop. It would take me about 10 minutes to just use the drill and get properly. But I just didn't feel like doing that.
You just had a hole saw on?
I took my Corey power drill. I bought a bunch of circle saw bits, and I spent like 3 hours just
pushing
dumping
down
oil
as hard as you can. Yeah.
And actually, the very first one I did, I'm not sure if it was this one or not, I went in from the top. Actually, it probably is this one. So it took about an hour just to fucking get the bite and center. And so it's always kind of wonky. And then I realized after doing the whole one like that if I just flip them around, they all had this nice little
you could get started.
That guided it. It kept it centered.
Yeah. Those are very cool, though. Mm-hmm. I also want a pair of those. So I'm just adding to my Gym Radar wish list over here. I don't know if we've got those on Gym Radar yet.
You don't. I checked.
Okay. The Intech grip plates.
Those are my OG plates. I've had those for as long as I've had the gym. And I actually like them a lot. They're my kind of go-to. I need something between an iron plate and a bumper.
This barbell rack is more of your traditional barbells, but not all of them is what I would actually call traditional. It's very fitting that you have a unique collection of deadlift bars.
Yes.
So what are I want to talk about the deadlift bars. What deadlift bars are there here? Are these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 deadlift bars?
These are all deadlift bars.
Yeah, they're all deadlift bars. So what do we got?
At the top, this is
long.
Yep, this is the strong arm monster bar, aka the Arsenal Mammoth bar, except Arsenal is now defunct. There's an entire story there I won't bug you with, but so yeah, that's a 10-foot bar. That's your standard super long, super bendy strongman bar. This is their elephant bar. Oh, question?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I'm just listening. Yeah.
This is the elephant bar, so close to 10 feet, but has ridiculously long sleeves.
Sleeves. The length is in the sleeves on this one instead of.
So you need to fully load this guy up to see the full bendiness. 29 millimeter.
I was gonna say they're different millimeter. Which one flexes more than actually here? Because this is longer.
I'd say
more
if you load it out properly, as in like low with a bunch of bumpers and a few skinny plates at the end, I think this might ultimately take the cake. Yeah. But under most circumstances, this will flex
actually
more.
Really funny. And Tommy, I don't know if you can see it. Just when he's even touching that, you can actually feel this on like a normal barbell.
If you go back far enough, this bar is bent at all times.
Okay, you can feel this like moving just from bumping it around. That's kind of crazy. Is this the American barbell?
Yeah, this is the American deadlift bar, the El Padrino.
Yeah.
So this is the longest true deadlift bar. I feel like these are kind of their own category. Right. But this meets every specification of a true deadlift bar. Just, it is the longest it possibly can be and still be a deadlift.
Yeah, very aggressive. Okay, and then what's this?
That's the good old Kabuki.
This is the Kabuki. Okay, so this is the Kabuki.
Yeah, this was from like their second run, back when people still thought it was going to be a full 98, and then they shipped the entire run, and someone was like, hey, did you measure yours? And they all turned out to be 95.
What's like this on
I have
the
no
sleeve?
idea.
It almost looks like it got banged around or something like that.
I don't question it. Kabuki didn't have the best build quality or QC. There's a lot of problems with Kabuki.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. We all miss them. Look what they've become.
What is this with the ribbed sleeve?
This is the new deadlift bar from Bells of Steel. They sent it over for me too.
So this is kind of their 27 millimeter deadlift bar. Why do you think they did the ribbed? It's so ribbed.
I don't know if there was a conscious choice there or not. Honestly, I prefer the smooth sleeves. Like some people like that zing. I really don't like the zing. I don't want to keep my plates zipping on.
Was this a Rogue or something?
Yep, that's my very first deadlift bar. That's the Ohio deadlift bar, which when I first got it, it was like a whole new world of deadlifts because I've been used to pulling out a stiff bar. But now that I've experienced real deadlift bars, it's rose-colored glasses from my original opinion.
Yeah. Things have changed a little. You actually kind of have these in a strategic order. I do have them in the order. These are ordered here
by length.
Okay. This is some of the coolest stuff in the gym right here. The Slater Thomas Inch
replica.
I don't know if you want to do it now or not, but I can verify that. I can verify he picked it up pretty easily before we even started.
No chalk.
Yeah. Complete with finger snaps. Yes.
That's hard.
Yeah.
So
here, let me show you. Like this is actually, he made that not look that hard, but I'll show you that it is hard. Yeah, it's hard. And that I wasn't just not doing it for dramatic effect. I really couldn't do it.
I got that at the end of last year.
So that's a 78 kilogram official Thomas Inch replica. That's very cool. Fire hydrant.
Fire hydrant.
The Rogue fire hydrant?
It's a Rouge fire hydrant, which is like a Rogue fire hydrant, but it doesn't break trademark. So I was walking my dog one day, and some car had hit this, and I'm like, if it's still there when I go back tonight, I'm grabbing it. Actually, no, I acquired it entirely legally from a recycling plant.
Okay.
Ignore that first part. And then I decided that it needed a nice paint job to, one, make it fit the gym aesthetic, and two, disguise it.
Yeah.
From its legally acquired background.
Manner,
And I painted it with Rouge just because I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that is funny. And how, did you say this is like 200 pounds?
It's like 170.
Okay. Yep, that's it.
This is my 20-sided dice, also from Ryan J. Pitts Present. He also gave us a little lower just so I had something to play with while he makes the final one. 20 sides, letters, numbers.
So what's that called?
This is a D20.
And what's that from, or like what's the...
It is used for tabletop RPGs such as Dungeons & Dragons. So you roll to decide the fate of your character.
So I've never played Dungeons & Dragons. I'm a little familiar. So this is just like what that... What, do other games use this also then?
Lots of games use a variety of dice sizes.
And this is loadable too, right?
That will reach up to... close to 300 pounds, I think, if you pack with steel shot.
I like the videos of this where you guys like roll it down a 100-foot tall hill.
What I think is really cool is this
would be very dangerous if it came rolling at you. It's also like a...
This is the loading spot. And so this one is just a dice. You just load it, gets heavy. You can roll it, you can shoulder it, you can do really whatever your imagination comes with. But the version he's going to make for me...
It's not sharp.
It's not that sharp. It's a little sharp, but it's not like... probably not going to damage you.
Yeah.
But the final
maybe.
version he's going to make for me is going to have the option to plug in different kinds of handles. So you can put like a mace handle and make it into a giant mace. You can put a kettlebell handle in, make it into a kettlebell. So it's going to be kind of modular.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of different kind of modes, which is going to be really cool.
That is cool.
Yes.
This is very cool. Where the heck did you get these? Excuse
Okay,
my
this
French.
is where I need to give my biggest thanks and shout out to Dan at Madtown Fitness. Check out Madtown Fitness. It's the best gym in the state, probably one of the best gyms in the entire Midwest. He had been collecting these for a while, and they were the gym's plates. He kind of liked Ivanko's, and then eventually he just kind of moved on to different plates in the gym. And these were sitting in one of his May storage lockers.
What?
Who can know?
Never move on from these.
But years and years
lot
ago.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. These
There's a
are
couple
awesome.
of Mayhem ones at the back kind of helping push the other ones
Okay.
forward, but
Yeah.
it's 3 sets of every size. And then
Yeah.
a smattering of the smaller ones.
Awesome set of plates.
Yeah, so years and years ago, I was running out of room on the bar for my deadlifts. So I knew I needed some calibrated plates. So I asked him, like, hey, if you ever, do you have any like old calibrated plates, or if you're going to replace them, like, will you sell me some cheap? I just need to actually be able to go past 600 or 770 pounds, or whatever it was on my bar, back with the index. And he's like, oh, I got some old Ivankos, like, I can give you like the 50s because I know one wants the 50s. They're hard to use. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll take some 50s.
Can verify, yeah.
And then he pulls these out, and I didn't even know they're going to be the chrome ones. I figured they're going to be just the paint ones.
Right.
And I'm like, you sure he's going to give these to me? He's like, oh yeah. Like no one wants to buy the 50s. They're too heavy and they're annoying to work with. I'm like, yes, I will absolutely take these. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And then years and he's like, oh yeah, like you're so big and like you've been like you kind of help promote the gym. Like if you want the rest of the set, like once I know I'm not going to do anything with it, you can have it because like I'm probably going to take the painted ones to my house because they're a little slippery. I don't necessarily like to use them.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, sure. if you want.
Yeah.
And I thought he had maybe a set of each, and he keeps pulling more and more out of the storage locker. I'm like, damn, this is way too much.
There's a ton of the 5 kilogram plates. Like you got a whole stack of them down
Oh
there.
yeah,
too.
he has a bunch of those. These are the good ones. Those are the kind of beaten up ones.
Okay, sure.
I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I feel like I have to do something with them.
Right.
Like you have to like get rid of them from away or something. But
Yeah.
maybe like a giant dumbbell someday.
Yeah. And this is, I actually think this is pretty cool too. This is the body. Did you seek out something?
Yes,
to
I knew I wanted to find a big, heavy duty.
How'd you find this one? So this is the body solid rack. Massenomics affiliate.
I can't remember if I saw it at Home Gym Con or if I just like someone had recommended it because like I wanted a front facing rack that had enough space for like a full like set like 50s, 25s, 20s, 15s, etc.
I've seen this on
this is
Gym
a
Radar,
super
and I've
nice
actually
rack.
considered buying this too.
And what I really like about this one is these kind of pegs are not fixed on. You bolt them on, so you can either have
You can pick
5
your
total.
position.
Yeah, you can have 5 total, so you can have like a variety of size plates. But if you just want to display 8 sets of 45s, you can put it in 4 peg configuration. So you could display, for instance, a bunch of vintage 45
Vintage weights. I'm actually. It's got my wheels turning as like I could get a subsidiary vintage plate.
I did talk to them for a bit to see if there's any way they could like finagle some parts to like make it like a 3 rack.
Right.
So I didn't have room for a whole 4, but I wanted just 3 uprights, and that never went anywhere. But like, hey, if you're watching, Body Solid, I still would be interested in potentially expanding this to 3 uprights.
Yeah, that is very cool. Bells of Steel.
Belt squat.
Have you had this for a while? Or?
I've had that for 3 years. Ironically, it came literally like a couple days after I dislocated my shoulder, which was some pretty damn good timing.
Yeah. Have you done that just once, or have you done
Just the one time?
Okay.
Yeah, never had any
What were you doing when you dislocated it?
Hatfield squat, which for anyone not familiar is basically a squat with an SSB, but you're hanging onto the uprights for a little bit extra stability or, upper body strength to pull yourself up.
How much were you doing?
965 pounds, which is now my medical record.
It's official.
Okay, then you've got your functional trainer over here.
Yep, it's actually functional trainer, Smith machine, and half rack.
And this is from ATX. Did you get this from Home Gym Con?
That was from Home Gym Con. Yep, that was one of the display models. And like, if you can haul the weight, you can have them. Like,
say less.
There was a cost involved with that because
that's sometimes what people don't realize. Like free.
It was easy to say yes at the beginning of the convention. It was a little bit harder to say yes at the end when it was midnight on Saturday. I was still trying to take it apart.
Yes, you got the ATX adjustable bench
really like
to
that
go
bench.
along with it. Do you like the pad?
Most people don't like this pad over like the regular kind of vinyl version you have.
Yeah.
I like this kind of rubbery stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's really solid. and it's a little bit grippier, and I think it actually looks nicer than like
I also don't know.
pad.
I think it's going to be pretty durable long term too, is what I would say. Like it's not going to have much wear very quickly.
What I mean,
either.
if we're going to shout out ATX, a lot of their stuff is like very compact, which I appreciate because a lot of American-made stuff is bigger, better.
Yeah,
it's American sized.
Right.
Whereas Europe, they have smaller houses, they have less room, they have a lot of compact stuff, and like there's honestly not a lot of compact stuff here.
Right.
Like if you want something small, like a full size bench would not fit in this corner with this thing very well. In fact, a full size like functional turner set probably would not fit in this corner. Like a full size, it's basically just a rack converted into all these things, would not fit here.
Right.
This guy, compact, made for just this purpose. There's a few limitations with that, given my size, but like the alternative is something that would not fit in this corner. Period. So you kind of got to deal with the space you have.
In the corner, you got the custom Snap City Tsunami bar.
Snap City Tsunami bar.
That's the heavy duty one.
Yeah,
too.
that's the heavy duty one.
What's that called? We've got that one too.
That's the Max.
Yeah, that's the Max. Yeah.
No, I love that bar. That's one of my favorite bars, and then I use it for a lot of videos.
Is that other one? That other one's Kensui then?
Yeah, the other one's actually. I found out later from them that is what the original Tsunami bar actually looked like, and they weren't just inspired. Kensui actually kind of fully ripped off the original Tsunami bar.
What is that other thing?
That is the Kensui Open Trap bar.
Okay.
Which I don't hate it as an idea. It's just massively undersized for someone my size. Like if you were a little tiny person,
you don't actually fit in there properly.
No. If you're a little tiny person, you could absolutely use that as a trap bar and a camber squat bar, which shout out camber squat bar. That's my second favorite squat bar. It's right there. Love that bar.
Tommy's looking. You also have the calibrated Kilo ATX
I have
plates.
a lot. I came home from that first.
Let's be real. You don't use
with
these
a lot of
here.
them. I really don't that much. I do use them whenever I use most of the time I use a bar, but like I felt like they need to stay with the ATX just for the aesthetic. Darko handles.
These are Darko. Our boy Darko. Do you have a Darko discount?
I do not have a Darko
We do
discount.
have a Darko discount.
You
So
can use all the Massenomics discounts. If you want gym equipment, go to them. If you want clothes or pre-workout or shoes,
barefoot shoes.
Barefoot shoes, yeah. I will claim that one.
Yeah,
you can have
so
all
what's your barefoot?
My barefoot code is a Deadliest Lift, as are my Rascal and my Psychopharma and all the other ones. Just try it everywhere.
Yeah.
It might work.
So you're Psychopharma also. Okay. Porter Phys Ed Eclipse Grip. Purple.
Super nice.
Yeah. It's been using it. I can tell by the chalk on there. Some Mutant Metal ones behind you. And then last little barbell area, just because there's some unique ones. These are grip barbells, like this. What is this an attachment? A giant straight bar attachment?
Yeah. So this is a Saxon bar. Typically, kind of a pinch grip deal. This is, I got this from Todd, and I actually asked them for this one, but they sent this one accidentally instead. So this is just a 3-inch diameter axle.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun by itself. This is the heavy lift bar, which goes back to, are you familiar with the USAWA now? I think it's like rebranded to Old Time Strongman.
It's
a sport in the loosest sense, and they've got
they've had like
Jefferson
300 deadlift records and stuff for a while.
They don't have Jefferson deadlift.
Okay.
They have the, I forget the name. They got like 300 lifts. So
what's your biggest Jefferson deadlift?
My biggest Jefferson deadlift is 1710 or 1017 black. 1710 would be ridiculous.
1017 is not ridiculous.
Of the 300 something lifts that Old Time Strongman, formerly USAWA, has, they have an 18-inch Jefferson. They do not have a floor Jefferson. Okay. So no sport, real or otherwise, contests the Jefferson except for the illustrious Massenomics leaderboard.
That's why we do keep the. So is that one guy? He
beat me by being back. So he has not come. I did 10:05. He did 10:12, and now I've done 10:17. And as far as I know, he's not topped that because.
Is he Russian or?
No, I think he's Greek.
Okay.
He's a little bit of a man of mystery too, like Tom.
Yeah, like we've actually exchanged. Trying to figure out who is this guy?
There's a couple European giant deadlifters. It's like they're not looking for fame. They just kind of post their stuff like that and Jippin, the behind the back guy. He's just posting big deadlifts in his backyard. Shout out to Jippin.
Where'd you get these technique?
Those I got with those other Lycos. I saw them and I'm like, hey, do you have any other old plates? Because I thought maybe you'd have more bumpers. He's like, oh, I've got these big plates that are
Let's see how thick that is.
They're really big, but they only weigh 5 kilograms.
For a guy that deadlifts over 1,000 pounds. He has so many varieties of technique plates.
Yeah. The funniest thing is that I use these basically as step stools, sometimes to raise stuff. But a Lyco being a Lyco, these are $500 for a pair.
A Lyco gun at a Lyco.
So I just having to be a super. But no, heavy lift bar. But we got distracted.
Yeah.
It's basically meant for super low range of motion, really heavy lifts. Basically, you'd hook up an eye bolt and hook up to a harness, and then I've used if you can see the light underneath the bar, you've completed the lift. So basically, if you want a real one, solid steel, this is actually a pipe axle. you need to find one of like 2 random old guys in like Pennsylvania or whatever that like make you one that probably costs who knows how much to ship.
Yeah.
So I went to Arm Assassin Strength Shop, and they're one of my favorite small manufacturers. Yeah. I'm like, hey, can you make this? And he's like, yeah, I can make it out of an axle. And he's like, it's like $135. I'm like, sold. And I've put a literal ton on this.
What vertical barbell storage rack is this? Do you know?
God, this is. I can look up and let you know. It's like Lewithin. I got it out of Amazon, but it's pretty heavy duty. It's like 6 pipe. It was relatively affordable, so.
Yeah, that's kind of a, like people are looking for things like that, and it works well for these
I looked through a lot of Amazon listings to find one that was the right size.
Let's go back out here so we don't get in on the water heater action over here. All right, so, man, for a guy that kind of has anything and everything, well, actually, just 2 other quick notes. You have some stuff right over here. Do you use this stuff, or is this?
That is on the list of things I would replace if I found a cool machine to put there. Yeah. But I still use it occasionally.
Power lift, GH.
Those are just some of the cheap things I found back in like 2020. I was still looking to fill up the gym before I realized that eventually I would run out of space.
Right. And then you like have to be more selective. So you do have to be more selective. You just got the sword from RJ.
Little things there's plenty of room for, but like machines, I got to pick like 2 or 3 good machines.
And you got to replace something if you're going to get. But so what's on your wish list? What's on the Deadliest Lift Snap City wish list if you could get anything?
I would love a good combination leg curl, leg extension. Like I think that'd be a really good compromise. Like obviously I love me some compound lifts for legs, but sometimes you need to get just the legs and let your everything else rest. And leg extension, leg curls are great for that.
We've been talking about leg extension, leg curls quite a bit.
Everyone is. So. It's like the biggest freaking machine. I think a lot of people feel the same way. Like, I just don't want to do the hard lifts. I want to do the easy lifts for my legs.
Said it here.
It's not wrong. It's not wrong. It's okay to want to just work the legs by themselves and not blow your brains out on heavy squats. It's okay. It happens. But the only problem is that there's not a lot of good ones that are big enough and heavy enough for someone my size. Because given how long these legs are, if it's not in the right, if it doesn't adjust to my length, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So Madtown has a huge selection of every type of machine. There's 1.5 leg extensions there of their 5 that I can actually use.
Right.
And to find one that's designed for a home gym that's big enough for me it's been hard.
Sometimes I've come to the conclusion your best bet is if you can find used commercial.
I think
that's going to be your
loosely
best
keeping
bet,
an eye out for it.
And it's
even
also like a needle in a haystack, and you also got to hope that it is still one that fits you because they're not always going to.
And you have to hope that it disassembles and is able to get down a standard sized opening. Because a lot of heavy-duty commercial machines are welded together, and they're designed to go in like a garage door, not a residential door.
Right.
I had a chest press, a pretty decent one I got for $35 at Marketplace. That was sitting in my garage forever because it physically could not be deconstructed enough to get into the basement. And eventually I took it to my buddy's gym, hey, you want this chest press? It doesn't get used, and I can't bring it in my basement.
Awesome. Well, thank you for giving us the Snap City tour. Anyone watching along at home, you can check out more, find out more. You can find this gym on Gym Radar, but where else do people find Big Mark at?
You can find me at Deadliest Lift on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook technically, though. Don't really want to go on Facebook. Deadliest Lift everywhere. Just search for Deadliest Lift. You'll find something.
You'll find it. You'll find the Snap City Open and a little bit of everything.
Yeah, check out the Snap City Open if it's still May. In fact, check it out if it's not May. Watch the videos. They've been posted.
And be on the lookout. This is just part of many gym tours that we're doing in Wisconsin and Illinois, and then who knows where we're going next. All we know is there's going to be another one. Thanks for coming along for the ride. See you next week.
See you.